Hey guys, and welcome back to the Behind the Plate podcast in partnership with One IQ Sports Talk. I'm Will. This is my co-host DJ,
Hello.
and we are back. Baseball's officially back. There's been some games that have been played, and yeah, there's not much to them.
Boring baseball.
It is.
Everyone's trying to get their feet back under them, and not everyone's playing unless you're in the Yankees organization.
It is a watch for every other team that takes spring training like how it's supposed to be taken. It's a watch the first three innings and then watch your AA team play. Unless you're the
Mhm.
Yankees, where you just run out an MLB lineup in day two.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just haven't been gelling as well as they hoped.
They
They
were
were
like,
like,
you know what?
we got to figure this out.
Juan Soto needs at bats against the Blue Jays AAA pitchers. Like, he needs
Yeah,
that.
he needs
I
some
wish they
calm
gave us
stuff.
Stroman. Stroman got lit up today.
Yeah, good.
uh,
Doesn't deserve anything good in a Yankees uniform.
nope.
Anywhere else, like, I wouldn't mind it. Yankees, that's a spit in the face.
I will say, I'm going to touch on Carlos Rodon before we go into the Blue Jays, because this is an
Mm.
MLB podcast. Rodon looks a lot better. I don't know what it is. Compared to last year, I don't know if it's health. He slimmed down a bit, although he's still a little chunky in my opinion. But we also employ Manoa, so who am I to
Yeah.
talk? Um, but his command looked really sharp in the first inning. He had some hard contact against him from like
Mm.
Ernie Clement, which I thought was funny. I was kind of hoping that was going to be a leadoff bomb, but it wasn't. And then he lost his command in the second inning. I think he walked the bases loaded.
Wow, I didn't
So
watch it at all. So I'll take your word for it.
yeah, because
He
it
looks
was
better.
a walk on. No, Vogelback got out, and there was a walk on the 5 hole, walk on the 6 hole, hit Paul Maggiani,
Ooh,
and then got like two more outs because God forbid.
yeah, that's not good.
And
Command
then
issue.
yeah, and then Juan Soto hit a home run off Trevor Richards, which is like congratulations, you beat up on a homeless kid.
Yeah, like
Like good
I don't
job.
even know.
I
He's
had
playing
someone
with.
text me today. You'll know who this is. He texted me the day. He goes, "I don't really care about spring training games. Juan Soto hits a home run in a spring training game. Juan fucking Soto," and I'm like, "Spring fucking
Oh my
training."
god! Wow, that I'm not surprised though.
No. Um. Yeah.
I'm not surprised that that person texted you that. I'm really not. He can enjoy the one soda in
Uh,
spring training.
your
They're just never.
superstar can hit home runs in spring training. Mine will hit them in the regular season in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping he has a horrible year this year, just to spite
Lower that
me.
value so it's easier for the Jays to sign him.
Yeah, hit like 188, 20 home runs.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest story still in spring training is the jerseys.
Yeah,
So
they're
Austin
even worse.
Hedges was caught in photo day wearing the 2022 Cleveland Guardians uniform, and the Padres were wearing last year's pants. And then Rob
Oh,
Manfred came out and said nothing's changed with the pants. And I want to know why the commissioner is gaslighting me on how many nutsacks I'm seeing in photo day.
oh my God! You
Because
don't know how many fucking bent over fucking males I've seen on my Twitter timeline.
my Twitter's starting to look like Grinder out here.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta hide your phone when you're around your family type
Yeah.
thing, bro.
Dude, Casey Schmidt. God, I can't use my phone around my family if
Yeah,
Casey Schmidt's got a photo day again. Jeez.
seriously, we need Vladdy on the field ASAP before they revert
Ooh,
these fucking pants, because I
dude,
need to see.
I need to see Vladdy soak someone with these pants.
So,
The new prank, the new dugout prank is set someone's shoe on fire, but bring out like a water bucket and just throw it on their pants.
dump it on them. The whole jersey would probably be see-through, like everything, like a wet t-shirt
So
contest.
we got wet t-shirt contest in Rogers Center pretty soon.
Bro, and the names, yeah. The more I look at the jerseys, I'm like, it doesn't get better.
Oh,
Like
did you see that photo of Jorge Soler? It looks like one of
yeah.
those RBI baseball uniforms.
Yeah, that's the one I seen like probably today.
Yeah.
When I woke up, I seen it, I was like, oh odd.
I was
Jizz
like,
got a sick name too. You can't mess
yeah.
that up.
It's like you can't convince me this isn't just a video game uniform.
Yeah, this is fucking practice jerseys.
Oh, I saw I think it was the Royals today. They were wearing last year's spring training jerseys.
Yeah,
Because I think it's Bravik Valera that was playing, and it's like the big ass letters, and I was like, whoa, okay, let's go.
they're doing that to fucking say fuck you to the MLB and
Well,
the
everyone's
Fanatics.
doing that, except well, like for the most part, like I watching the Jays home game for a little bit. It looks like they were wearing last year's pants. I can't really tell, but like I also couldn't see the blue out of the pants, so there's no way it was this year's pants.
Yeah, I don't know. It's it's ridiculous. I don't see the MLB and Fanatics not doing something before the season starts. It's
You
just
have to,
you
even if you
have
make the teams wear the jerseys from last year
yeah,
for like an extra
exactly.
year. Like it's just something's
Who
got to
cares?
happen.
You can't mess up that bad, or else there. It's not even gonna be just an effect on the game and people hating them, but it's also gonna affect big time, like the sales
Yeah,
of
dude, no one
jerseys.
wants to buy these jerseys right now when they cost more and they look like cheap replica giveaways.
But because they're so shitty, we should buy them now because they're gonna stop making them, and then they're gonna be rare. I'm thinking, so maybe we fucking put
You
all that
do
money
that.
in shitty jerseys.
You do that. I will wait until the City Connect jersey comes out.
If they, like I've said this
Like,
multiple
if they
times,
fuck
if
it
they
up.
fuck up, yeah,
I mean,
I'll
it's
be
gonna be
very
the
upset.
Blue Jays that are gonna fuck up the design, but if it's a bad City Connect, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah, holy. If we've waited this long and they say I'm gonna fuck this, I'll be very upset. As Will gets distracted off camera by his mom.
Yeah, no, like I so they leaked the what the Blue Jays, at least I think they did, what like the Blue Jays messages this year. Like, it's been like hashtag next level or like come together.
Yeah, yeah.
So in Jimmy Garcia's and Yenesis Cabrera's background to photo day, it was to the core. And in
Oh,
other stuff, it was rep your city, which I think is stupid because like the Yankees is rep Bronx or
oh.
rep BX, and I was like, oh, that's a unless you're gonna do rep your country, which I think works.
Rep your country is pretty
But
elite. I
I
like that.
think I think we're getting Navy Blue City Connects, and it's gonna be Toronto based. You're gonna get the CN Tower, and you're gonna get Rogers
Oh
Center's.
yes.
It's gonna be the sickest design,
I'm
or it's gonna
pre-ordering
suck.
it.
I
I'm
can't wait. The
pre-ordering it.
second they reveal it, it's. I think I'm getting Vladdy. I think I have to get Vladdy.
Yeah,
I
unless
have to
it's
get it
shitty and
before he
I'm
gets this
really
MVP. Well,
yeah.
if it's shitty, I'm gonna get Vladdy. I'm gonna get it no matter what.
Yeah, me too. See how it is in person, because some jerseys could be shit, but then you see them in person, and
Mm,
you're like, okay, that's a lot better. Like
yeah.
I did that for a lot of jerseys, to be honest. Where I'm just like, that's shitty. But no matter what, if they don't fix the lettering on the jerseys, or wait, Fanatics don't make these ones, eh?
Fanatics not making. They may be making the quality, but like they aren't designing it.
Thank God.
So like the Jays could just go no names in the end of the jersey, which I don't recommend. By the way,
Yeah.
I get it for some teams, like it works for the Yankees or the Red Sox, but it
Mhm.
looks dumb on like jerseys that are supposed to have them.
Yeah, like it's a classic look.
Yeah,
It's not like it's made for a classic team, classic style jersey, but not nothing new.
yeah.
We-
But I can't believe that we're 10 minutes into this and we haven't talked about Cody Bellinger signing
Oh my god, yeah, I know. He just went back all
three for
that way.
80. All that waiting. I still think he got probably the best deal he could have gotten right there. Like
Yeah, for
everyone's like, oh,
free.
I bet you he fires Scott Boris after this. And I was like, I bet if he doesn't have Scott Boris, he's signing like a 1 year 15.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's a very safe contract for sure.
he's still got a 30 AAV for 2 years. He's got opt outs, which he's going to use, whether it's after
Yeah.
year one or year two. He's going to use it because he's going to have another good year in there, and he's going to sign some big time contract somewhere else. But so here's my conspiracy that I created at work.
Okay.
Scott
Mhm.
Boris is going to tell Bellinger to opt out at the end of this year. even if he has a replicated year, because he's going
Yeah.
to pit him with Soto. Because Soto's a free agent, Verdugo's a free agent. The Yankees are going to need a left-handed hitting outfielder, and if does go elsewhere, he's just going to feed them Cody Bellinger at like a $200 million price. They'd be like, well, you don't have Soto, so what's the excuse to not have Cody Bellinger?
Hey, that yeah, and it would be
That's
like
like
the
where
same
I'm at.
thing that Soto's gonna do. Soto's gonna have a really bad year. They won't sign him, and then Cody will have a really good year, bait them into overspending, and then he'll go back to like sucking again.
He'll go back to
Like,
being Chris Davis.
oh yeah, Chris
Uh,
Davis. That's my spirit animal.
but
There.
so I posed the question to you after Bellinger got 3 for 80, like a 3-year 80. Would you sign Matt Chapman to a 2-year 60 or a 3-year 70 with opt outs
Mm,
to play third base?
yeah, probably,
Like that's where I'm
probably.
leaning at. Like if it
It's
was
pretty close.
like I'd take it if it's like 1 or 2 years and he's gonna opt out.
Yeah.
I'd kind of be okay with that now.
Yeah, I it's pretty close because his glove is so good and dependable. That's where he makes up a lot of the money. It's like he can be good with the glove or like the bat,
Hmm.
and he can like have a May and an April, but the glove will always be platinum. So it's like
Yeah,
kind of makes it up. I think the end is it's like not a crazy contract either. I think it's just safe, throwing
yeah,
some money.
and it's like there's no way Chapman's gonna get more than Bellinger.
No,
There's
he
just not a
shouldn't.
shot. He's older. He hasn't hit a baseball down the middle since 2019. And if he waits any longer, Matt Chapman is going to suck in the season. He struggles when he has a full spring training. We've cut his spring training down a week now. It's only going to
Yeah.
continue to dwindle. Now he's a week behind everyone else in game
Yeah.
action. If he waits another week, now you're 2 weeks behind people. And now that's 2 weeks that you have to catch up in the season.
And it definitely adds up when you're at his age.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any easier. So I don't know.
Especially
Same
for a
thing.
guy that struggles offensively for the last like 3 years.
Yeah. Like going off of what we've seen at the end of the year, like it's a huge risk and somebody's like I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just every time I like kind of talk myself into like Matt Chapman on a short-term deal, I
Yeah,
just get
you
visions
remember.
of him swinging and missing on a middle fastball at like 92, and I'm like,
I know. We just need to think of Anaheim. If he signs, we need to think of the Anaheim like series that he
hmm
had in May.
just
That's it.
April in
That's it.
general.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I actually tweeted at somebody and they were like, people forget how good Matt Chapman was in May. Now he's just like, and they're like, why isn't he signing anywhere? I'm like, you mean people forget how fucking awful he was after May and April?
Dude had one good month out of like 8 to 10 that he could have had in a Blue Jays uniform. It was
Yeah, that
insane.
was awful. Yeah, I know. I remember we had a stream where we looked back at his numbers afterwards, and oh my god, I don't
Uh,
even want to see it ever again.
yeah, I'll rip some of the Jays games that we had. We had two of them over the weekend. Both of them resulted in L's. The Jays lost 14-13 to the Phillies on Saturday, and then lost 12-6 to the Yankees on Sunday. The Phillies and the Jays kind of ripped out like utility lineups with like couple stars,
Mm.
and then so yeah, looking from the Jays, they had Bichette and Turner. They actually kind of ripped out a bit more of a major league lineup that game.
Yeah,
They had Turner, Bichette. You saw IKF a bit. Um, Danny Jansen was out there, but I only think for like an inning or two. So that was
yeah,
fun. Big Dick Ricky T scratched from his start. That would have been a fun one to watch. But Chad Dallas was like nasty. I did not expect that from him. Like his slider was fastball was crisp. Everything was beautiful. He was amazing. And then they brought in Nate Pearson, who didn't realize he was supposed to throw the ball past people. and got lit up. And then they brought in Yosfer Zulueta, who was taken like Major League Two Ricky Vaughn style, where he wasn't last in an inning. So that was fun. But I mean, Turner stole a walk his first AB. Two of those
What do you
balls had to have been strikes. Like there was two balls that at his knees, and I was like, okay. I was like, one makes sense. It's spring training. That one arguable, and the other one was even higher. And I was like, yeah, no, I love Justin Turner already. Matt stole a walk in spring training. Bo, I think got a first pitch, second pitch of the spring. He's lined it up to center field.
Massive
IKF
blow.
had a good six pitch AB his first time up. I didn't see his hit,
Me
but
neither, but
I
I
think
got the
people, dude,
notification.
he's got some aura. Okay, that dude with the beard, like he's got that beard rolling now. You can't do that in New York because like they're scared of facial hair. Because shave your eyebrows if you're gonna play there at this point.
I know.
I think the beard adds something to him, man. I think it
It's
adds something to him.
there's something about him. Like I know you said this last week, and since we've been talking, and it's not even about like how he's gonna steal the hearts of Toronto, but he gives me like KK vibes for sure. Just the way they both come into Toronto and they're like eating it up, and they feel like totally different players already.
I
Like
think
I don't.
I have my comparison for him. And some Jays fans, I mean, people might disagree. Some might be confused on who this is. But for some reason, I get big John McDonald vibes from him. Like a guy who
Mm,
wants to play everywhere. He's not going to be known for his
yeah,
power, but he's going to make contact. Good glove. That's just kind of the vibe I'm getting from IKF.
just a solid guy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I could be
I would
way
go.
off on this comparison, but that's where I'm kind of sitting.
Yeah, that's a throwback. Wow, that was a good comparison. I hope you're right,
Thank you.
because honestly, that's all we need him to be. We don't need
Yeah.
him to be number one, like not even close. So we get we get that. I think the contract is worth it. But what
Yeah.
else? I think what they did with throwing Turner in the lineup, that's what they need. That's what Matt Chapman needs to like start spring training and like you know get work out there, and obviously starting very well. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good sight to see him out there playing like very competitively and having good at bats. Obviously, I didn't see them, but he got a few ribbies um, that first
Yeah.
game. So
I didn't get to
yeah,
watch much of the first game. I watched majority of this Yankees game where it was the AAA Buffalo Bisons with Alejandro Kirk facing off against the May 3rd New York Yankees. So it went as
crazy.
expected. Ernie Clement led off with some loud contact that went 500 feet foul because why not? And then it gets down to the bottom of the first. Alex Verdugo. I saw this amazing tweet. It looks like, in a Yankee uniform, he looks like a 13-year-old lesbian. I thought that was an amazing comparison.
Oh my god, he kind of does
Yeah.
suit it though. I will like admit, I he kind of looks like a Yankee. Not
Yeah.
that it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll
But
let
he
you
looks
decide.
so stupid without his beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
But
he
he
looks
ripped
way
a
better.
he ripped a double down the line. Soto about popped his Achilles out on his first ground ball. He almost pulled the Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Judge roped one into the gap, and then Rizzo did something, and then Torres did something. I don't know. I stopped paying attention really. And then
yeah.
Eduardo Escobar was late on every pitch that Carlos Rodon threw, and then the ones that he wasn't late on is because he just watched it go by. He's an early candidate to just not make first cuts, in my opinion. it,
Really.
it never made sense to get him. Like I get like there's nothing wrong with a minor league deal, but his bat is just not impressive. I get it's one game, but not impressive. Same with Vogelbach. Not sold with him yet.
Yeah. How
Uh,
is he doing? You watch a few at bats with Vogelbach.
yeah, well he runs like Kirk if Kirk had lead in his ass. So it's like watching Kirk roll up to first base. This man
It's like
can't. he has to walk. Like, there's no way he's actually running. He's walking to first base. Like, he grounded a ball out, and I was like, just turn around and go to the dugout.
Yeah,
Like, don't
I
even run
would
that
be
out.
okay. I would be
They could
okay. Like,
they could throw it
like
into right field, and you'd still be out.
it's single or home run with him
Yeah,
for sure.
it's either
Every
off the
time.
wall or over the wall.
Yeah, like yeah,
So,
that's all.
like,
You
he's a
could
good
fucking put it
bat,
in the
but like,
triangle in
hmm
the fucking in Boston. You could put it in the triangle like Triples Alley or whatever, and he would still be at first base
yeah.
and barely pass it for
I
sure.
still say Spencer Horwitz probably takes that DH left-handed DH role off the bench over Vogelback, but we'll see. Um, yeah,
He was good last year at some points. Like
yeah,
I don't mind at all. But the Vogelback contract is just like throw him a bone and see what he could do.
yeah.
The-
Davis Schneider looked like God out there in left field. Just don't know if you saw the highlight of him diving around
No, I
and
did
made
not.
this like diving catch. I don't know what inning it was. I just saw the highlight, but it was pretty nasty.
I'm excited to see how different he is this year,
Same.
coming off how how like really good he was overall because that start was insane. But he started like slowing down and getting like the MLB treatment. Like okay, you're not going to be Barry Bonds forever, so it's going to be interesting. I know. I wish and I hope maybe he comes
Who
back and
knows?
he's like he
He did
starts
the
like
Barry Bonds off season.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see hopefully like a full year of him and see where he actually is because obviously that's not realistic what we seen last year
Yeah.
at the start. So yeah,
Who else had a good day? Addison Barger, or as Michael Kay so jarringly kept saying every 30 seconds, Addison Barger. It's
oh
like, no, it's not a Barger, it's a Barger. Ger.
yeah, yeah.
So it was very jarring to hear him say that every chance he got to say his name, he said it, and I was like, stop.
Vogel
He,
say
he
that too many times and
mm,
Vogelback might try and eat him. So
yeah, exactly. He had a good
let's see.
couple ABs. He had a nice walk in the second inning to Rodon, which was nice.
Mm,
And then Elvis Martinez worked a walk, I believe, as well. And then Palmegiani got nailed in like the ribs or something.
oh,
So, I mean, a couple of AAA guys working their way against a major league guy. I don't know how
getting
much
some
we're
at bats.
considering Rodon a major league guy after last year, but he's there.
I think he counts.
Yeah.
He counts
Um,
slightly.
so it was nice to see a couple of those guys work their way around. They had Palmegiani at first base, which I thought was weird. I
Yeah,
would
that
have
is weird.
penciled him at third base and then let Eduardo Escobar play first, but like, or honestly, I just wouldn't have had Eduardo Escobar play. And then they had Barger at his other position, which is right field, which feels like that'll probably happen at some point. It's that or third
Yeah,
base. And then they had Omar at second base, which feels like happens at some point too, especially if
yeah,
Biggio doesn't play to where we thought he could.
for sure. No, that makes sense. It's good that they're getting reps out though.
And Alan Roden, bases clearing triple, I think it was, or double in the sixth inning, seventh inning.
Oh
He's got a
wow.
new stance. Not like
I mean,
much, but like he had like this stand up straight, but like the bat was like this. Now he's
yeah.
kind of rocking the Alex Verdugo style, Trent Grisham, where it's a bit more open and you like stride into it. I
Oh,
don't know, it worked
I
for
don't
one
mind that.
AB.
How many ABs did you see him take?
Just that one.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you look at the stats after see if he had any other?
No, I can. Um,
Yeah.
we'll
If
take a look
you're
and see.
wondering, it's a very lazy podcast this week.
Yeah, I want to
Just
know who
all
the pitcher was, number 76, because that is not right.
you want to get him banned from the MLB.
There's no way you wear number 76. One guy, Luis De Los Santos, doesn't even have a
Mm.
number. We had Phil Clark, DH for
No way.
Daniel Vogelback, who went 0 for 3. Ernie
Yikes.
went 0 for 3. Eduardo Escobar went 0 for 3. Kirk hit a home run. How did I forget about that?
Yeah, that's a good sight to see.
That was
Obviously,
nice.
he didn't have that much power last year, as much as we anticipated, so that's good to see.
Barger went 1 for 2 with a walk. Alan Roden went 1 for 2 with the bases clearing double or triple. Omar went 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Anyone who's confused, Omar is Relvis Martinez.
Yep.
Damanio Palmegiani went 0 for 2, but that's not too much to look at. I like him still. And holy shit, we had pitchers galore.
Yeah,
So the
I
only
would.
pitchers that have numbers are Bowden Francis, Mitchell White, not Mitch White, and Trevor Richards. And Trevor Richards, get him far away from this team. Then we had
So,
Ryan Boyer, Connor Cook, Hayden Junger, Andrew Bash, Jimmy
wow.
Burnett, and Jimmy Robbins. Andrew Bash is a number 76 for sure.
You think,
100%.
you think so?
100%. There's
Oh,
no
you're on the
shot he
hunt
is.
now.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's no shot he isn't. No, excuse me, I just want MLB.com.
Why didn't you search up Yankees 76? Or was it Blue
No, it was
Jays
a Blue
76?
Jay 76.
Oh, no. It was us that committed a sin. Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, oh, what do you mean? Um, guess the Yankees lost to the Phillies. Yeah, 4-0.
They
Nice.
probably fucking didn't want to put their good lineup back
No,
to
they
back
sent out their
days.
Double A team to Philly or to Clearwater to play the Phillies. But I don't know. I I'm at that point. I think spring training means nothing. Lose every game in spring training. I don't
Yeah.
care. Get the losses out early.
Out of the way, yes. Give us one day
Um,
of Vladdy or like a few
yeah.
days of Vladdy. Like one start from Manoa, maybe two. Get him out there. Actually, no, fuck it. Manoa needs to get as much reps as we can.
63. Andrew Bash was 63. Burnett, you were not 76. 89. Oh, I don't like that.
What the fuck are these numbers, man?
Spring
80.
training, man. Jimmy Robbins
These
is another number 4. Who's number 76? Dude, don't tell me it was Hayden Younger, number 76. Get this man a real number before he pitches another game.
seriously, that's just mean. I'd rather just leave his jersey blank.
Dude, that's disgusting.
That's
Why
a
would we
fucking
do that?
that's a T-ball number.
Dude, uh, I,
Yeah.
I said this to DJ before we started the podcast. Spring training has that like effect on me for about a week where it's like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And then I get fed up with it. It happened a little early. I'm fed up with it before Monday. I just want to see a couple players. I want to see a Vladdy AB, a Manoa inning or two. And that's kind of it.
Yeah, I told you how I feel too. It's like I've always been a huge fan of baseball, but spring training, something about it's like
It's
I don't know. It
oh,
sucks a bit.
I want to see a Yariel Rodriguez outing before the spring ends. That's the only other thing I
Oh
want to see.
yes,
That's
yeah.
the only other
Yeah,
play I'm excited for.
Manoa, and Rodriguez. Probably the only thing that would make me watch a game, and like a few Vladdy at bats.
Can we get a Manoa to like Yariel Rodriguez game? I don't really care who else goes after that. Oh, give me Manoa to Big Dick Ricky T, although he'll probably get a
Ooh,
start.
yeah.
To Yariel Rodriguez, to Chad Dallas, to Connor Cook for a
Holy,
game
you're
or two.
calling it.
I need that with a lineup of like Vlad, Bo, Elvis Martinez, Addison Barger, Kirky, Palmegiani, and Turner. Figure a way to fit them all in there.
Damn, you need to make a parlay for that one.
So basically, I need like
Spring
late
training All Star game.
late March.
Yeah, seriously.
It'll never happen. Ricky T is the only other player I want to watch. That
Yeah,
was
me
the main
too.
reason I was tuning in game one, and he got scratched, and I was sad.
I wish he played against the Yankees and absolutely just struck them all out or like just shit on them all.
Give him the Manoa cycle. That's what
Yeah,
Manoa did in, was it 21? Dog,
yeah.
dog walked the Yankees in a spring training game under the lights.
I would
Need
love
that Ricky T to do that without the shitty third season.
it. Yeah.
Oh man, that
Please.
I just need Ricky T.
Seriously, my patience is running thin.
Ricky's
We need
only
to see.
21, but I need him up.
I need him up now.
I
I
need
need
him up.
him pitching in October.
I need Addison Barger up. I need Relvis Martinez up. Paul Maggiani, he can wait another year, but like I'm really close to
Yeah.
wanting him up. Alan Roden, I'd love to see at some point.
We just need
Spencer
some
Horwitz,
rotation.
we just need some pop.
Yeah.
The only
Someone
way
young.
we don't get Addison Barger up next year is if Juan Soto's out there. That's it. That is it. It is the only thing stopping him.
Oh, let's hope
Better
we
be.
have good things to talk about at the end of the season, and when we're here next season before the season starts, I hope we have more interesting things to talk about
I hope
because
the off
we didn't.
season is just better.
I know, I
Like
know.
in
That's what
general,
I'm
not even
saying.
just Blue Jays wise, just MLB wise.
Oh yeah, this one was whack. There was like what
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
I don't know. We've
Three of
talked
the
about this
top
already. It's so awful.
six, three of the top six, four of the top seven are still available.
Yeah, I know. And it shouldn't even be allowed. How are you playing with your team? Like spring training starts, that should be a
You know,
cutoff,
yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I'd be doing as a team? Here's 1 million. Here's 2 years at like 10 million. Take it or don't play this year.
Seriously. At what point
Huh?
does the MLB in general just be like, you got to sign? Like,
Did you
make up
see?
your fucking mind.
Did you see Scott Boras? He was like, oh, I blame it on teams wanting to cut payroll and not be having $500 million
Yeah.
payrolls. And it
Oh,
was
fuck
no,
off.
teams don't want to overpay for bad players.
Seriously. I don't blame. Like, it's all on the players. I think.
I feel
It's
like
all
a
on the
couple of
players.
them, like I feel like Snell, not a lot of it is his fault.
Hmm.
Like that's a dude who deserves a payday that probably won't get it. Same
Yes.
with
That's a
Montgomery.
weird one. That's a
Like
weird one for sure.
like Snell's a
So is
Cy Young candidate, but he can't give you 6 innings.
yeah, and
Like
I think for a player like Matt Chapman, he probably thinks he's worth way more than he is.
Matt Chapman's defense alone makes him like a $5 million, $10 million player.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
anything offensively is like an added bonus, but like can't be. There's no shot he gets 20 a year. I refuse to believe he gets 20 a year.
He shouldn't. I'd be very upset.
Do
I
you
would be very
think?
upset.
Do you think Matt Chapman sits at home in his room crying, wishing
Yeah,
he took that Toronto Blue Jay extension they offered him when he was first traded here?
absolutely.
He was like, "Damn,
Ab-
I could have 5/150 or
yeah.
5/100, whatever the hell it was, and now I'm not even gonna get 80.
Well, because he probably thought he was gonna win
Turn it
MVP.
around."
I don't know.
He probably thought he
Yeah,
was
I
gonna
don't
have the
know.
Josh Donaldson treatment.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. He's like, I'm gonna be the best player in the league. I'm gonna show them why, you know,
In
I'm worth
April, he was
2 million.
like, "Fucking rights."
Yeah, he's like, yeah, and now what? And now what?
And then in July, after his third consecutive 100 batting average month, he was like,
It's like,
"No."
you guys still got that extension, like, offer on the table?
So is 5/150 still there? And they're like, "Who are you?"
We'll give you 520 for 25.
Give him one of those like really shitty MLB The Show contracts, and they don't know what to do with a 30-year-old player.
Yeah, yeah. We'll
They're
give
like, "You're
him.
30 and a 99 overall. How does 2 million annual average sound?" Oh, you're Shohei
Yeah,
Ohtani. You're gonna take
yeah, that's
that?
what I was gonna say. Here, we'll just say
Uh,
we owe you 300 million, but
we're only
we're just
gonna
gonna
pay you
pay you.
5,
Yeah, yeah,
not five
yeah.
million, just $5.
And if you get injured, there's no clause to where we have to pay you.
If
You
you
actually pay us if you
if you
get
get
injured.
injured, we opt out of your contract, and you have to sign a new one, and you don't get the money.
Yeah, you get nothing. You get to go play with like in Cleveland or somewhere.
Yeah. But so I was thinking, about the Otani stuff. If he gets traded, let's say year 9, he gets traded. Like he's
Hmm.
having good a year, but the Dodgers are sucking, and he's like, "Hey, I have 2 more years to get a World Series ring because we kept losing to the '83 Reds and back to back to back to back NLDSs. Let me go. Are the Dodgers on the hook for the extras $590 million or $690 million, or is it the team that acquires him?
Um, on the Dodgers for sure, because no one's
That's what
gonna
I would
take
think.
him. Yeah, no
You
one's
would
gonna
think the
take him
Dodgers
there
have to
for
send
free.
like
Yeah.
basically part ownership.
No, for sure. No, it's definitely gonna be like you pay him out and send him over. Cause like at that, what like he's
it's like
going to be
it's like
30,
we'll take his
38.
38 or his 39 and age 40 season and we'll pay him the $4 million, but you pay him the 680 he's still out.
That's crazy. I can't believe
That's
how
nuts.
old he's going to be. Like
I I can't
he
believe
does.
he's going to be 30 this year, like this
I
season, or
know. I
31.
know. He's way older than I thought he was. Like
Ugh.
it took him a long time.
So, okay, I saw this on Twitter today. It was comparing Espinal and Chapman's age. Guess the age difference between Santiago Espinal and Matt Chapman.
I'd say 2 years.
Matt
Even though
Chapman
I wouldn't say it. I
Matt
wouldn't say
Chapman is 30 years old. Santiago Espinal is 29.
it. Wow.
I was like, you mean to tell
Wow.
me Espinal isn't 26?
I was just gonna say he's not 25. Like how?
He's
Why is he even still on
29.
the team?
He's
That's
29. Send him to Oakland.
like what's gonna happen this year with him? Like honestly,
Well, so it sounds like they tried to trade him over the offseason. They couldn't. No one wanted him.
there's no value in him off coming
They're,
off this
they're so.
year.
I I mean, he's got options left, like minor league options. So I think that's got to be
Yeah,
where they
if
go.
he has a really bad year again, I think he has a chance of his career being over.
Well, he's got to go minor league style at least. Like,
Yeah,
in my opinion, like there's no reason to have him on the roster when you have IKF, Davis Schneider, and Kevin Biggio, and Justin Turner. That's four guys who can
yeah,
play second base.
yeah.
And you have a
There's no
couple
question.
guys in the minors who are going to be trying to take second base. There's
Yeah,
just
but he's
there's
got
no
no
point.
value to this
Hmm?
team at all.
And IKF can play shortstop, so he backs up a Shat. IKF can play third. Turner plays third, so there's
Yeah,
no reason to have him there. Biggio
our
can play third.
infield is good. Our
Yeah.
infield is good. We're chilling.
There's no reason. We will never. There's no reason to trade for a Paul DeYoung, and there's no reason to keep a Santiago Espinal.
Bob the
Do you
what a
see?
joke, man! Holy fuck!
I Paul DeYoung was hitting second for the White Sox on opening day yesterday.
No way.
Yes,
That's
sir.
fucking crazy.
He was
Fuck
hitting
that guy.
second.
Man, what an awful like that. You said his name, and I just immediately thought back to one of the worst days of my life when the trade deadline and we were shooting it. Like what? Oh, fucking
Oh my
Paul
god.
DeYoung. Fuck that
I
guy. And
can't
then
believe
hits a home run on his
he went
first game with the Giants.
4 for 4 with the Giants and then went 0 for like 100.
Yeah, they're like, he's probably like, oh yeah, you guys are missing out. And we're just like, just
No,
you wait.
no, we're not.
Just he got one pitch down the middle
Our
all
team
day.
has aspirations. We're gonna go get swept by the Twins in the wild card, and your team isn't even gonna make it.
Yes, setback.
Oh, I got some of the. I think I got my music mixed and edited for the pump up video that I want to do.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Uh,
Head over to Blue Jays domain.
I'll show you a
That'll be
little bit
coming
of
out
it.
soon.
Um,
Snippet.
but what else happened? Spencer Jones hit a 470-foot home run, and then the Yankees and Astros argued because they're like, your Don's never hit one. There's highlights of him hitting 474, and they're like, nope, not real. And I was like, God, you guys are insufferable.
Yeah, I can't stand them.
Oh,
Any part of them. Joey Votto. That was funny seeing
oh yeah, he
the
says like
car
TikTok
wash
for
video. Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
sad.
It's just completing side quests now.
I know. He's probably not that bothered by it, but I would like to see him
I
in
would have loved
Toronto
to
now.
have him over Vogelbach, I think. Although I know Vogelbach had the better
Yeah.
numbers, I still would have liked a Joey
It's just
Votto.
like,
Just
yeah,
there's a storyline there.
yeah, and he can outrun Vogelback with turning.
Well, I mean,
How
a
old?
goddamn toddler could.
I could probably outrun
Maybe that
Vogelback.
Carl's would run faster than him.
Yeah,
Uh,
other than that, I don't fucking know, man. You'll have to. I
there's not
haven't been
been
watching
much.
any baseball so far, so.
There's not been much. Oh, this is like so out of baseball, but like still baseball. So Ben Shulman was like doing the stuff with Sportsnet because he's doing the radio,
Yeah.
and Buck was like, "Oh, do you remember Lyle Overbay?" And Ben was like, "No, not a clue who that is." And I was like, "What do you mean?"
What?
My guess is he probably
How?
didn't watch the Blue Jays growing up. Like Lyle Overbay was like at 08, 09, and then
Yeah.
gone. So if he didn't tune
Yeah.
in until 2011, you'd have no idea who Lyle Overbay is.
But if you were a Blue Jays fan and like you
I
were big
remember
into
calling
baseball,
him Lyle Overpay.
yeah, 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 you told me that a lot. And honestly, I liked him when he used to play for the Blue Jays. I actually
Didn't
did.
he go to Seattle
Afterwards,
after? I know he went somewhere else. I want to say I might be thinking of Adam Lind.
Lyle Overbay. I thought he went to Pittsburgh. No, maybe
You
I'm tripping.
might be right. So he was drafted by Arizona, then went to Milwaukee, then Toronto, then he was traded to Pittsburgh.
Mm.
Or no, he signed in Pittsburgh, traded back to Arizona. Then he was in Atlanta, New York, and Milwaukee.
See,
Okay,
I remember him in Pittsburgh after, and then
it must be
going
Adam
back.
Lind that I'm thinking of. That went to Seattle at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, Adam
Oh
Lynn.
yeah,
Yeah,
2016 he went to Seattle.
yeah. Nah,
Whoa,
Adam Lynn definitely went there. He
Adam
had a
Lind hit
pretty decent year.
303 in
Yeah, he was an
2017
animal.
with Washington.
Yeah,
His
he was an
final
animal.
year.
I love Adam Lynn. He's a god. Love
I
him.
love that he got us Marco Estrada.
But what?
Yeah, you didn't. Adam Lind is the so in the offseason, the Jays traded Lind to Milwaukee for Marco Estrada.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
Uh, I loved Aaron Hill. Now we're just
Oh,
gonna go
me
through some
too.
old Jays players.
Me too. Aaron Hill. Fuck, I loved his swing. I loved his aura. I thought he was gonna be a superstar. Obviously, he wasn't.
I remember that one year in 2009 where he was just God.
Yeah,
36 home
seriously.
runs, 108 RBIs.
Oh,
I remember watching him hit a home run live in like September or August. I remember his
yeah.
Father's Day home run, I believe it was.
Yep. Yeah. No. In a Canada, like in a red jersey. I thought. I remember specifically a red jersey. Either that or it was what's his name? What the fuck was his name?
Brett Laurie.
Brett. Yeah. Yeah. With a like he hit a grand slam
No, you're
on
thinking of
Canada
Steve
Day.
Pierce. Are you?
No, there was something with Brett Lowry, and he did something on Canada
Yeah, it was throw a helmet at an umpire.
Day. Yeah, I love that guy. Hashtag love that guy.
I'll look up Brett Laurie Canada Day home run. Happy
Yeah,
Canada Day. Here are 7 videos of Canadians hitting home runs. Brett
maybe
Laurie's
not.
first. I don't think it was.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just remember Steve Pierce hitting two walk-off grand slams in the
Yeah,
same week.
that was insane.
Well,
Then Josh Donaldson had that crazy run where he kept on walking everyone off.
oh, that was great. You remember his fight with the White Sox where like they were whistling and then he hit a home run. He was like,
Yeah,
and we're like,
yeah. I need a player that good again.
oh, I need
Seriously,
that.
energy, all that
I want
energy.
that like fuck you 2015 vibes back where it's us, we're the villain. Like we're never
Yeah.
gonna be the villain because of the Dodgers, but like I want that.
Oh, I need. We could talk about something you tweeted about, and I seen the interview. Bo Bichette, his
Oh
leader
yes,
mentality.
Do you want to take
It,
a lead on this?
I mean, yeah, I'm down. I think it's great. I think not many people, a lot of people overlook how much of a gamer he actually is and how much he actually cares about this team. There's always like this, I don't know, I always felt like he was a little bit overshadowed by Vladdy and the expectations of everything. But I think he, for leadership, as leadership goes, I think he's proven that he's like, it's so weird to see him in that role because it still feels like he's only been in the league for 2 years and he's a rookie still. But I think he wants to win, and I think he wants to win with Toronto. And yeah, I think he's full on the leader of this team, or at least one of them, because obviously he's still pretty young. But I think we need that. Like, we've never been in this position before. Not a lot of people would take this, like, criticism probably coming off a horrible year based on expectations and be like, and realize that they're actually under the barrel right now. But seems hungry, so I like it.
I I just think like that alone, like his words to me, talked himself into a lifetime contract. I know that's
Yeah.
not how it works, but like I was ready to sign him long term the second I heard that. But it's weird because I just looked it up. He's 25 and he's taken on a leadership role, and that's, 25 is usually when you're still establishing yourself in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to figure stuff out. You maybe this is your third year up, and he's taking on a role like Justin Turner, where he's gonna be helping young guys and he's gonna be a leader in there. And I say, if they sign him long term, which they should, make him the very first captain in Toronto Blue Jays history.
Oh, that would be dirty.
I'd
That
do
would
it
be
over Vladdy because Vladdy
dirty.
doesn't feel like he's much of like a loud voice in the clubhouse
Yeah,
like Bo is,
it's
which is
hard to
just
be.
personality.
Yeah, it's hard for Vladdy to be.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, no, I love to see it. I think we all do. So if for some reason they let Bo slip out of their hands, man, they're missing out on somebody that's going to be a leader for a long time in this league, and somebody that's going to be consistent in this league for a long time, and just consistently just one of the best players in baseball. I think he's overlooked.
I will miss Bo Bichette if they lose him. That'll be
Me
a
too.
really sad day. I think I will miss him more than Vladdy if we were to lose one tomorrow.
Yeah, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say because both of them are like
They
that's those
just
are our pillars.
they just need to be locked up right now. I need it
Yeah,
tomorrow. I
yeah.
need it.
Yeah, that would be a power move to like lock them up before the season. Be like, you know what, you guys had a like. Okay, Bo still had a phenomenal year last year. I'm
Bo
not
had
gonna
like a
lie.
top 12 MVP. I think you're thinking of
Yeah.
2022.
No, I was just that's what I said. Like
Uh,
last year, Bo was very good, but I'm saying like um kind of Vladdy having a down year last year. I would just be like, you know what, I trust you guys that you'll have a bounce like a really good year. Bo, you'll stay that guy, and Vladdy, we trust you enough to like pay
become
you
that
off
guy.
now. Yeah, like
I
I don't know.
well, like I know Bo was saying that he's open to the extension and he wants to be here. Like so did Vlad. Um, and I feel like the talks with Bo are going to be a little bit easier because
Yeah,
he's took that deal to get out of arbitration. Last year, I think that it'd be a little bit easier to be like, "Hey, so we have this groundwork," and they'd be like, "Yeah, for sure." Whereas I feel Vlad is so hit or miss,
yeah,
like because you don't know what you're gonna get. But I think there was a Shai Davidi or Ben Nicholson Smith. There was an article they put out talking about like his arbitration, and this like paragraph is to me the most overlooked thing. The Jays and Vladdy last offseason, before the 2023 season, had
mm-hmm.
talks and had like groundwork in place for like this extension, and they had numbers and they were exchanging stuff, and then they just stopped because the season
Yeah,
started. I think that is something, and then those talks didn't pick up because he had a really bad year. I think
Yeah.
that's something that isn't talked about. There's groundwork for Vladdy. They have a number that they're comfortable with Vladdy when he's not his best,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is something that is so overlooked in this.
For sure. Another thing is like people think he had a really awful year. He was still
It
well
was just
above
average.
average.
Eh?
Yeah,
He was just
like
good. He wasn't great. He was okay.
yeah, it's hard coming off like an MVP season, and being that guy, and to see him like you expect way more, and his approach. I think what took people off, like by surprises, like his approach was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
He started chasing and like trying to hit home runs, whereas like before when he's comfortable, he doesn't have to try to hit home runs to hit home runs. He can just put bat to ball and and it could go to the moon regardless. And yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not fully confident, like at all, to say the least, that we get both of them back. Like
I think we
it's.
lose. I see. I am.
I
I think
hope you're right.
there's something that going into last year, I was like, "Okay, we're gonna lose one of these two, right?" This year and like beyond, after seeing the fact that Toronto and Rogers is willing to shell out $700 million for one guy, why wouldn't you shell out $700 million for two cornerstone players, the two best players your franchise has ever seen? Those two will go down as the greatest two Blue Jays to ever wear a jersey if you brought them, if you kept them lifetime. Like you could easily, to me, Rogers has the money. They've shown that they're now willing to share that money to Toronto and like to the Blue Jays. That I think that whoever it is, whether it's Atkins or James Click, goes up and says, "Hey, I'm doing this. Give me the money."
I hope you're right, but I also at the same time I hope Vladdy, right? If he has a like MVP year, sure, that's totally fine. But I hope Vladdy doesn't have like the mindset like, okay, I seen what you're willing to pay Shohei Otani. I'm that good.
There's
Give
no way
me
he will.
like give me this fucking crazy number that he's not actually worth, because they
I
seen how much they offered Otani.
I think if Vladdy walked in, if any other player walked into a contract negotiation and said, "I want to be paid like Shohei Otani," they would be laughed at.
Yeah.
But if Vladdy went in and
Not
said,
Shohei Otani. I'm just saying like
"Yeah, but no,
more than what he's worth, like in general, like
if
more than
if
that's what
Vladdy went in and said, "Hey, I'm the equivalent to Shohei Otani as a hitter, like Otani's offensive capabilities, I'm that. Half of 700's 350. I want that." I think that would be like, okay, we got some groundwork here. We think you're 300. Let's meet in the middle of 325. Deal done.
boom, that works.
Easy.
Yeah, that Shohei Otani contract is gonna change
A baseball.
baseball forever,
Well,
forever.
like Soto's gonna gun for 500, which I think is
Yeah,
nuts.
nuts.
I don't,
It's
I
so
don't think any
dangerous.
player's worth more than $400 million.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry, but
yeah.
that's gonna be bad.
I know it changes everything, but it's gonna be interesting for the next generation. How many players are going to
Try that two-way
try?
capabilities.
Yeah, exactly. How many people are going to be gunning for more? How many people are going to outshine Otani? Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
very interesting. It's a weird but interesting dynamic.
I have one final thing I want to leave you with. I don't know if you want to wrap up, but one final thing.
Hit me. Hit me.
It's December 3rd. We're doing MVP voting after Vladdy has a monster season. He leads the team to the ALCS. Vladdy
Mm-hmm.
has won the MVP after putting out 53 home runs and driving in 130 runs and hitting 340. While he receives his MVP voting, in pops the screen one of James Click and Ross Atkins that has a blank check. That Vladdy puts down the number to his contract extension. It gets signed. Breaking news from the Toronto Blue Jays Twitter account. We have extended Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and then you wake up from the dream.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
seriously.
could you imagine that power move? Like,
Oh,
hey,
for sure.
I'm winning the
Have your
MVP
best
this
day
day,
for the
and I
day.
want to sign my extension this day. Let's do it on TV.
That would be amazing.
That'd be a new
I
way
would
to
love it.
doing contracts. It's like a LeBron James the decision.
And it's a great way to get publicity to
Yeah.
everything. It's like the opposite of what Shohei did.
You know how many
It's
you
like
know how many
it,
other players want to do that? Like, imagine if,
yeah,
like, I don't know. I'm gonna try. Imagine if Robbie Ray, when he won his Cy Young in 2021,
yeah,
with the hat on, in walks the Seattle Mariners with the contract. He signs that deal on TV. Everyone's like,
yeah.
"Whoa, what the fuck?" That'd be so. Dude, I'm a DM Vladdy. Be like, "Yo, when you win MVP, make sure you sign an extension on TV."
Well, talk about not only that, talk about getting your max value.
Yeah,
Like you're gonna get everything you ask for and more.
I'm throwing money on Vladdy to win MVP. I think.
He's looking down. Oh my
Dude,
god. I
I'm in
won
it.
a
I'm
bet.
so high on Vladdy this year. I'm higher than I've ever been on
Oh
Vladdy.
yeah. We have to
I'm
be. We
I'm higher than I was in 2021 for Vladdy.
This is the biggest year of his career up to this point.
I can bet on spring training games.
No way. No way. Okay,
Money line is
we
minus 150 for the Blue Jays.
we should have. Oh man, we should have fucking bet on the Blue Jays Yankees over 10 runs yesterday.
MLB World Series Blue Jays plus 1400. Sounds easy to me.
Wait, you're doing that right now?
No, I'm not doing that.
I'll do it right now, bro.
To regular season awards. Uh, win American League MVP. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is at plus 2,000. Put $2 on it. Maybe he'll win me $42. Maybe he won't.
42 bucks. Wait, I need to find it. And are you on Bet 360?
Yeah, it's MLB Futures 2024 to win regular season awards. Oh, I should do. I know what I'm gonna do. Cy Young. I'm gonna rock with.
If you fucking find Manoa in there, bro.
Dude. Alec Manoa plus 10,000. God, who wins Cy Young this year? I don't think Cole does back to back. I don't think Gosman does it.
I could see God doing it, bro.
I could, but the regular season, you know that. You know that curse.
Yeah.
I rock with Jackson Holidays, American Rookie of the Year. Cy Young is too sketchy for me. I don't have a good read on it this year. I feel like Otani is like the favorite to win
What?
MVP in the National League.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be hard to beat unless it's like I don't know. I don't know who else even does it.
It's
National League Rookie of the Year. That's probably gonna be Yamamoto. What? I'm gonna do this. Oh, because it's two Dodgers. That's gay. It's not gonna be John Lee. It sucks. Others on
$2
the
on
list.
Vladdy to
Oh,
win
yeah.
42 bucks. Sounds like a bet to me.
I have to come up with. I do genuinely think Vladdy's like an MVP candidate this year. Which
Oh,
is
for
scary.
sure. He's a sleeper.
Just why it's good
That's why I need to put my whole all my money on him.
money. Okay, well I'm rocking with a Jackson Holiday, Shohei Otani, um, Rookie of the Year, and MVP.
Jackson Holiday, that's a safe one. You're probably not making much off that.
No, he's plus. What is he? Plus 500. Plus 500. plus 400, and then
Wow.
Otani's plus
Ke- Kevin
600.
Gosman. Kevin Gosman is the second highest odds to win the Cy Young this year, going into
Yeah,
the.
but the starting pitching curse.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I'm not gonna. I'm just surprised he's number two.
Yeah,
It's not.
there's not
It's
a
not
lot of
really.
like. There's not
Yeah,
many aces in the American League.
you're right. I'm looking at some of these names and I'm like, yeah, maybe he is.
Like Dylan Cease could run for it, but Dylan Cease could also be traded halfway through the year.
And he also could just be awful.
Yeah, I,
But
I Garrett Cole is like the easy one, but it's just lame. Gosman doesn't do it. I don't think Corbin Burns does it. The Rays don't have anyone. God forbid the Red Sox sign a
and
player.
Justin Verlander could just pull it out of his ass.
I'm not high on Verlander this year. I think that dude shows his age.
But it could happen.
It could, but I don't think it
Shane
does.
Bieber.
I'm not. Like, no.
I'm just reading names. I'm just reading names.
Do you think I'm
Jose
safe to
Barrios.
end the
Yeah,
pod tonight?
yeah. Yeah, sorry. I'm just going through all these.
Thanks
Yeah,
for watching.
I'm glad we got something out. See you on Thursday.
Who knows? Should be.